Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Here's Burrow. And they're able to get this one across the 30. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Open man is Uzomah. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Raymond Calais, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On second down, here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
6 yards left on second down. Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Burrow will throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. This one caught by Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. Screenplay, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Second half starts with a run by Carter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's a first down and more for Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run. Calais. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
We give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Lambeau will put this one through. And it will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Chase. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try here with Miller. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They run with Calais. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Carter. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. These guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. The way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there offensively, and now it brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Flushed. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. The 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. A final shot now for Burrow. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit deficit stays right where it is. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for two. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that two-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the two-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.